Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Gaming, and I have a local gameplay video from Dragon's Lair in Fort Myers, Florida. This is a bit of an older one. I'm going through the queue, getting some of these busted out just for more BT11 knowledge, just so we can all prepare for Nats together. I am on the left playing Beelstarmon. One of my earlier builds. It's not the newest build that I've been playing in some of the videos that I've already uploaded. Versus Danny McNally on the right playing Grandis with a little bit of a blue splash. A little similar to Max Tapera's list that he won GFG with a few weeks ago. But not quite the same. So here we're starting off the game. This is a top 4, perhaps even finals. I don't remember at the time. It was in top cut of the locals. I open Drakmon and drop a Sistermon. Dropping another Sistermon just from the Davis pass, and I just start swinging. He does hit another Davis, so he will have some more pieces, but I'm just putting on early aggression to try and end the game before he can get any semblance of a stack going. But now with all those searches, he does have his rookie after opening without one, which bad luck for opening without one for sure. Here he does just go into the Korikaku to swing over one of the sisters, the one that lived. So he is going to start staving off the aggression, and then he does Megadeth the Gazi back to hand, or I'm sorry, the Drakmon back to hand. I'll do just evolve again in the back, and I'm going to go ahead and swing, unfortunately, right into a memory boost. Because my Gazi is suspended, he will be able to deal with that and use the boost unless I have another one coming up in hand. I do just Fly Bullet just to pass him to his 3. I felt like it was an okay play. I didn't have a great way to dump my hand. I would assume, again, I'm thinking back on this is probably 3 weeks ago at this point. We were playing BT11 proxies, but I don't think either of our decks are utilizing new cards. This might be the build where I was running Ignites. I was trying them out, but I ultimately did drop them. I do not remember offhand. So here he does start to get his stack going. Not in the most convenient way, because he does have to just think about surviving, which is rough. I do have the Dober. I know he is just going to block, but it's going to feed my trash in a good way, so I do go ahead and go through with it. Doing the draw 1 discard, I do get the Dober back. Although I think I should have gone for the Death X back in this situation, looking back on it. I think Death X would have been good. I wouldn't have been able to play it here for free, which is why I don't think I got it back. But we do Beelstar Fly Bullet. And he does start doing the climb. Into the Okua X, and I do lose a memory, and I do just put little dice there to signify that I am under the Okuamon, so that when I swing and suspend for the next turn, I remember that. Goes up into his Grandis. We'll swing over with the piercing. Then he's deciding whether to swing again. He does. Nothing there to stop him. And on my turn, I will evolve into the Gabumon. Sit here and think. It has been equalized quite a bit. He's actually in a very good position if I can't answer it, but I do have the Fly Bullet, and he has 2, so I need to hope my security saves me here. Is he going to swing and risk it? He does swing, and that is game because my security did not save me. So right there, he turned that around game 1 for sure. I had a pretty commanding lead, and just ended up not having enough gas to finish it out. So with that first game down, we will be shuffling up and going into game 2, where I believe he will go first. Grandis, very solid choice, I think, for the BT11 meta. I think it does well into a lot of the popular or proposed popular decks. We don't have any sort of numbers to go off of other than all these practice tournaments in GFG and Mario's Gaming World, and of course True Champs Gaming. But BlackWarGreymon does seem to be popular. Grandis seems to be popular. We are seeing Melga still in full effect. The Ogremon there taking the 2 checks. Huge. Huge to see that. When the Ogremon survives, it just adds so much pressure to the game. It's the reason that he's still in the deck. And he does evolve into his hybrid, just to be able to answer that Ogremon. I'll resolve some of the inheritables. Again, that blue hybrid been coming in very handy for him to just clear things. I know a lot of builds don't run the blue hybrid, they just run the blue tamer for search. They still run just a blue tamer. Excuse me. Maybe a Mega Death or 2, which he is also running, of course. Here I do set up that mat in the back. So this might have been the first night I tried some of the new stuff out. Does look like it might be the updated build, the Bond of Beelstar build, if you will. He does go into his Grandis. Swinging over. Piercing for 1. Security did not save me. Another free security check. He will pop his Mem Boost and play a blocker, putting me at 1. I will promote up, gain 1, draw 1 from that Matashita. I do just play the Sistermon. Just kind of leaning into my security a little bit. He doesn't have any security plus on the Grandis, which means I'm not technically in danger of dying this turn, but it is a rough spot for me for sure. I think he does just end up swinging into security here and going for it. And it is a Cocytus. I do bounce his blocker. And he does swing with that as well. It's another Cocytus. Bouncing the Grandis. Oh, the security bombs are real right now. And he does play the blocker. So here I do go into the scatter mode and swing. Or do I? Yeah, I swing. Drawing 1 and discarding 1 with the starter Gabu. He's thinking about whether or not to block. He does block, and I'll resolve all these effects. We're going to swing with the Blanc. We do play the Beelstar. Going to 0 to fly bullet the blocker. Play a Beelstar to put him to 3. And he does scoop that one. We go to game 3. So, game 3 now. See that game? I was able to utilize that early pressure and close out the game, which is good. Again, I do think Beelstar is kind of a nuanced deck in the sense that you do have to really kind of leverage the pressure you can place early game. If you don't get to place that pressure, you are just relying so heavily on security, which, you know, works out sometimes. So here for game 3, I would imagine I'm going first. I do evolve back there, all the way up into the scatter mode. And here we do see the Analog Youth, which will give him his rookie or the Grandis, or I mean, or the hybrid. There's a lot he could choose from there. He does choose the rookie and then go up into that. I do start filling my trash up. I do get the full, my favorite opening line. Dropping 4 cards in trash. It's pretty strong. I just play an Eismon to pass turn. You do see him going to the Okua in the back, setting up his big turn. And then the Davis, very good. So he'll have the memory to do what he needs to do next turn, supposing that he has the Grandis. Eismon does survive with his unofficial jamming. I do drop that Blanc to fill up trash a little more. I follow it with another Eismon. Just gonna put as much pressure as I can on to try to get him to answer the board. Does have the promo Grand. Do we have the Grandis? Digiburst into the Grandis, yep. Gaining that memory off the Okuamon effect. And we start piercing. The third check is the Kakaitis. Rough, rough, rough. And then he plays the Pomu. So here I swing. And that would have passed turn. I think we realize it here. Or rather, I go to swing and then I stop him and I say, oh, what, that would have passed turn. Because I have the dice there to remind me. That's why little reminders are important. I would have unintentionally cheated him if I didn't have that dice there, and neither of us caught it until I went to swing and saw the dice and caught myself on that last one. So, just to recap what happened there, I did swing but didn't move the memory because I was forgetting. I wasn't thinking about the Okuamon effect. So the second swing would have put him at 1, ending the turn. So he is now at 3 due to the Davis. And he's just think tanking here how to get out of this situation. The Pomumon not big enough to get over those Eismons that did both survive. And he could evolve blocker, play blocker. That might be his best bet, but assuming he has it and he just scoops it up. So that's the GG's. Thank you guys for watching. I'm running out of some Beelstar gameplay because I did start playing some other decks so that I was more familiar with those decks and what they did for if I play against them. I haven't really decided what to play at Nats yet, but let's hear it for Grandis as well. Solid choice. Let's get a like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord for weekly events and cool prizes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all.